Some cars fly off dealership lots within days, while others sit untouched for months, collecting dust as desperate dealers slash prices, offer massive incentives, and even beg buyers to take them. Yet, despite all efforts, some models just won't sell. What's the deal? You'd think that all cars from big-name brands would sell like hotcakes, but that's not always the case. Sometimes, it's due to massive reliability issues, poor pricing, outdated technology, or just plain bad design. Today, we're exposing some cars that dealerships can't sell in 2025. And once you see why, you'll know exactly what to avoid when shopping for your next vehicle. Land Rover Discovery Sport, the reliability nightmare. The Land Rover Discovery Sport was once a go-to luxury SUV that promised premium comfort with off-road capability. However, in 2025, dealerships are struggling to sell them, and it's not hard to see why. Reliability issues have plagued this model for years. Owners frequently report constant breakdowns, electrical malfunctions, and sky-high repair costs. Worse, when something does break, parts are expensive and repairs take forever, leaving owners frustrated and dealerships struggling to convince new buyers. Beyond that, the Discovery Sport is falling behind in technology. While rivals like the Audi Q8 and BMW X3 offer sleek, high-speed infotainment systems with seamless connectivity, the Discovery Sport's system feels outdated and sluggish. Fuel efficiency is another downside. With gas prices fluctuating, buyers want a vehicle that doesn't drain their wallets, but the Discovery Sport is notoriously thirsty, making it a tough sell against hybrids and more fuel-efficient competitors. The numbers don't lie. In 2021, Land Rover sold 7,222 Discovery Sports. By 2024, that number plummeted to just 1,435, leaving dealerships desperate to clear inventory with steep discounts. Hyundai Ioniq 6, lost in Tesla's shadow. When Hyundai launched the Ioniq 6, it was supposed to be a game-changer in the EV market. Sleek design, solid range, competitive pricing. On paper, it had everything it needed to succeed. Yet, in 2025, dealerships are struggling to move them. Why? Because no one is paying attention. Tesla still dominates the EV market, and new competitors like Rivian, Polestar, and Lucid are grabbing headlines with cutting-edge technology and futuristic designs. Meanwhile, the Ioniq 6 feels stuck in the middle. Not premium enough for high-end buyers, but too expensive for budget-conscious shoppers. Pricing is another issue. The base model starts at $38,945, but a fully loaded Ioniq 6 can hit $52,900. At that price, buyers expect a high-end, luxury experience, but Hyundai's interior lacks the refinement to justify the cost. The charging network is another deal-breaker. While Hyundai partners with Electrify America, their infrastructure is nowhere near as reliable or widespread as Tesla's supercharger network. Sales numbers reflect the struggle. Instead of buying the Ioniq 6, customers are choosing the Tesla Model 3, Chevy Blazer EV, or upcoming models from Toyota and Honda, leaving Hyundai dealers stuck with excess inventory. Lincoln Navigator. Too big for its own good. The Lincoln Navigator was once the ultimate status symbol for full-size luxury SUVs. But in 2025, dealerships are drowning in unsold inventory. What went wrong? For starters, competition is tougher than ever. The Cadillac Escalade continues to evolve with better technology and more premium features, leaving the Navigator feeling outdated. Buyers looking for full-size luxury are choosing Cadillac, Range Rover, or high-end German SUVs over Lincoln. Another major issue: size. The Navigator's bulky design feels cumbersome in cities where buyers now prefer sleeker, more efficient SUVs. Fuel economy is a disaster. With gas prices rising, a full-size SUV that guzzles fuel is a tough sell. Even Lincoln's massive 48-inch dashboard display isn't enough to make up for its shortcomings. Then there's the price. The 2025 Lincoln Navigator starts at $83,200, while the fully loaded black label trim exceeds $110,000. Yet, for that kind of money, it lacks the cutting-edge luxury buyers expect. Sales have dropped nearly 20%, forcing dealerships to offer massive discounts. Yet buyers still aren't biting. Audi Q8, the forgotten luxury SUV. The Audi Q8 was meant to be a sporty, stylish luxury SUV, but in 2025, it's proving difficult to sell. Its biggest issue? It doesn't stand out. Buyers looking for pure luxury go for the Audi Q7, which is cheaper and more practical. Performance enthusiasts choose the RS Q8 or other high-powered SUVs. The Q8 sits awkwardly in the middle, and buyers just don't see the value. Price is another factor. Starting at $85,000, a fully loaded Q8 easily exceeds $100,000. At that point, why not get a Porsche Cayenne, BMW X6, or Mercedes GLE Coupe, all of which offer more performance, better tech, and a more refined driving experience. Performance is also underwhelming. The base 3.0 liters turbo V6 isn't particularly thrilling, and the handling doesn't justify the price tag. Worst of all, these SUVs sit unsold for months. The Q8 has a market supply of 270 days, meaning many of them have been sitting at dealerships for nearly a year. Jeep Grand Wagoneer, the luxury flop. Jeep tried to enter the luxury market with the Grand Wagoneer, but in 2025, it's clear that buyers aren't convinced. The biggest issue: brand perception. People will gladly spend $110,000 on Mercedes, BMW, or Range Rover, but Jeep, that's a tough sell. Jeep is known for off-roading, not luxury. Beyond that, the Grand Wagoneer has terrible fuel economy. With a 6.4 liters V8 engine, it averages just 13 mpg, making it one of the worst gas guzzlers on the market. Build quality is another problem. Despite its luxury price tag, the interior feels cheap, and glitchy electronics have left buyers frustrated. The numbers confirm the failure. Dealerships are stuck with them for over 257 days, meaning they're desperate to offload inventory. Fiat 500e, the QEV nobody wants. The Fiat 500e was meant to be a stylish, compact city car, but in 2025, buyers are ignoring it entirely. Its biggest flaw? Range. The 500e offers just 84 miles per charge, making it one of the lowest range EVs on the market. Competitors like the Chevy Bolt, 250 plus miles, and Nissan Leaf, 200 plus miles, completely outclass it. Pricing is another issue. Starting at $34,999, the 500e isn't exactly cheap. For a little more, buyers can get a Tesla Model 3 or Hyundai Ioniq 5, both of which offer far better range and tech. Fiat's limited dealership network and poor reliability history further scare away potential buyers. The result? These cars sit on lots for over 3 months, even with price cuts. Nissan Ariya, the forgotten EV. The Nissan Ariya was supposed to be Nissan's answer to the Tesla Model Y, but in 2025, it's completely overshadowed. It had a promising debut, offering a sleek design and a solid electric range, but it failed to stand out in the rapidly growing EV market. One major issue: slow charging speeds. Compared to Tesla's fast charging capabilities, the Ariya feels outdated. Buyers expect quick and reliable charging, but Nissan's charging network isn't nearly as robust. Then there's pricing. Starting at $47,190, it competes directly with the Hyundai Ioniq 5, Kia EV6, and Tesla Model Y, all of which offer better performance, tech, and range. Dealerships are struggling to move inventory, with unsold Ariyas piling up. Nissan missed the mark, and buyers are looking elsewhere for their next EV. Honda Clarity, a hybrid nobody wants. Honda's attempt at a plug-in hybrid, the Honda Clarity, had potential, but buyers just aren't interested. The biggest problem? It's outdated. With hybrid and electric technology advancing rapidly, the Clarity feels old and uninspiring compared to competitors like the Toyota Prius Prime or Hyundai Sonata Hybrid. It also lacks the tech and design appeal modern buyers expect in 2025. Then there's the price. At $36,600, it doesn't offer enough range or features to justify the cost, and it feels bland compared to newer hybrid models. Sales have tanked, and dealerships are struggling to sell them, even with heavy discounts. Toyota Mirai, the hydrogen experiment that failed. Toyota's hydrogen-powered Mirai was an ambitious project, but it's a hard sell in 2025 for one simple reason. Hydrogen refueling stations are nearly non-existent. Even though the Mirai offers an impressive range and a smooth ride, the lack of infrastructure makes it impractical for most buyers. Why buy a car you can barely refuel? The Toyota Mirai starts at $52,000, but buyers can get a Tesla Model Y, Hyundai Ioniq 5, or a fully loaded hybrid for that price, all of which are easier to own. Toyota's push for hydrogen hasn't paid off, and dealerships are stuck with unsold inventory. Unless hydrogen refueling expands significantly, the Mirai is doomed. Some cars just don't sell, no matter how much marketing and discounting goes into them. Whether it's reliability issues, outdated tech, or poor brand perception, these 9 models have struggled to attract buyers in 2025. So, before you head to the dealership, keep these troubled models in mind, and make sure you're investing in a vehicle that won't leave you regretting your purchase.